Good morning, Stampin' friends. It's time for another Facebook Live. Hello, everybody. Happy second day of January. If you're out there, come on in, give me a like or a love. Let me know that you're here so that we can get rolling because I have some more things I want to share with you as we continue our new catalog countdown. So it's coming soon, guys, January 4th. And on January 5th, these catalogs go live. Our mini catalog will be live. You'll be able to order from it as well as be able to earn from Celebration. So super, super excited. I know it's hard. I know it's hard waiting, especially when we're all online showing you all the cool things that are in this catalog. I say it every year, but I do think like this is one of my favorites. I just think it's awesome. Hey, Vicky. Oh, yay, from the beginning. Awesome. Yep, I just turned it on, so here we go. So hopefully you guys had a wonderful new year. Ours was very, very chill, which is how I like it. We do own a dairy farm, so we work 365 24/7. We run the farm, and so my husband has always worked on New Year's Day. So he's not really a huge fan of New Year's Eve because he's always on call. If anything should go wrong at the barn, he's got to go out and, trying to stay up until midnight and then coming home and having to get up and go to work early. So there always was a kind of joke that you've never seen my family move so fast as you will at 12:01 on New Year's Day. So when we would go out with friends and stay up till midnight, it's like, do the countdown quick, kiss, kiss, hug, hug, Happy New Year's to everyone, get your shoes, get your coat, get in the car, we gotta go. And we would get home and like by 12:15, the farmer was in bed. So anyway, we just stay in, and that's kind of how we handle things, and everything went smooth. So luckily he did not have to go out to the barn, which is always good. And but he did work yesterday. And then we had our traditional pork and sauerkraut. So I don't know if you guys do that. Do you have New Year's traditions that you guys do? I know pork and sauerkraut is a big thing around our area and with my family. So we had that yesterday. And of course, January 1st is my dad's birthday. So we celebrated his birthday with him. And I saw a lot of my friends posting about burning a candle. A bayberry candle, I believe is what they said. They were burning that. And then I saw a lot of my friends were like opening the back door and opening the front door, as in like ushering in the new year and ushering out the old year, which I thought was pretty cool, especially with 2020. Like I saw a meme today that said, the first rule of 2021 is we don't talk about 2020. And I thought, wow, how appropriate is that? So anyway, we're going to talk about 2021, right? We're going to jump in with our new catalog. So I've been on every day just showing you some fun new things that are coming. And I have a couple more things I want to share with you. But of course, let's do our little housekeeping here. As always, I've got my host code up and running. We do still have our year-end closeout. Our year-end closeout is still going on. And it looks like lots of you guys do pork and sauerkraut. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm not exactly sure what it means. I think that sauerkraut is money. I think I remember reading that one time, that when you have sauerkraut, that's like bringing in earnings, and maybe one of them is good health, or maybe I have it backwards. But either way, it's funny because I enjoy it. That's the only time I ever have pork and sauerkraut, and I used to just despise sauerkraut as a kid. My parents used to make it in the basement, and it was just like the worst smell. But now, your taste changes as you get older. So anyway, you can shop online. You can take advantage of the year-end closeout sale. So you can head over to my site, you can shop, use this host code. Again, if you have a $150 order, you don't want to use a host code because you want to take the host benefits unless you're a part of something else. And right now I don't have a special going on, but I will have one soon. And one thing that I decided to do, since I'm closed down the first Tuesday, or closed down to in person, the first Tuesday of every month is always my Just Cards class. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do Just Cards virtual. So look for some information being posted up about that. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Thanks for coming back and joining me again. I was just talking about my Just Cards class. It's always the first Tuesday of every month. So I am going to have it, and we're just going to come on virtual. So Tuesday's going to be a big day, right? Because that's the 5th, I believe. Yeah. So Tuesday's the 5th. So I'm going to come on live Tuesday morning, just as I've been doing every day, 10 o'clock, because finish up our countdown. And I'm going to do a catalog tour because I can finally show you the guts of these catalogs. And I know a lot of you guys don't have them yet. I've been telling you guys on the lives, they are shipping. It's just that the mail system is just overwhelmed, and it's going to take a while to get these catalogs. So on the 5th, we'll do a tour through the catalog. I can show you the guts of it. So Tuesday morning at 10, and then I'm going to come back on and do just cards at 5 o'clock live, and then I'll have some specials related to my just cards class, because you'll be able to order. Finally. So anyway, you can order now. You can take advantage of our last deals and use that host code. So we are talking about Celebration kicking off, okay? And Celebration is only 2 months long this time, but I always have a Celebration challenge. So this information will be posted. You guys are the first to hear the 2021 challenge. This is for my customers, and I also do a challenge for my team as well. But Celebration is always the best time to shop, host, and join. So during Celebration, where's my thing I wanted to share? Okay. So we've been talking about the shopping part, as in the $50 and $100 level that you're going to earn products for free, and that's what I've been showcasing. But during Celebration, so starting the 5th of January all the way through February 28th, you can earn a spot into my special Celebration after party. Now, I am not sure when this will be, because we will have one. I can tell you that 100% we will be having an after party, but I don't know if it will be in person or if it will be virtual or a combo of both. So those of you guys who are not local to me, you can still earn your event. If I have it in person, you just get the to-go part of it. I love to have these in person, but I just don't know what it's going to look like in the next couple months. And last year I did it virtually, and it did go very, very well. So we may do that again. But this is an exclusive event. The only way to earn your spot in is when you have a purchase of $150 or more during Celebration. So that means it's cumulative, guys. So during January and February, at the very end, I look through, and if your purchases have totaled $150, you get an invitation to the event, which is pretty cool, right? Because it's actually 3 orders of $50, and that gets you 3 free items, or 1 big item and 1 small item. And of course, you're getting the purchase. So a $150 order or purchase during Celebration, cumulative. Okay, so your purchases add on. If you host an event of $300, that is a one-time event. So it could be your own order of $300. I do that by myself like that. So it could be your own order. It could be that you do an online party, which we totally can do. Even though we're shut down, we can still do parties online, and you can invite all of your friends. We'll have stamping fun, and their orders would accumulate together for you to earn host benefits and your invitation to the after party. Of course, the order could be your own, or you could just ask your friends and family, and we could collect the orders in and put them in under your name. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, and the reason why I have it at $300, is we always have a host special. So this is our host special. This is an exclusive set. Only hosts can get this set during Celebration, called Punch Party. And I've played with it a little bit. I've got some other ideas in my head. It is much bigger than it looks on the front, obviously. And it coordinates with some of our punches. So it coordinates with the postage. I get glare on there. A postage label punch. It coordinates with our scallopy heart punch. And it coordinates with our new oval duo punch. So if you've got these punches already, this is a great stamp set to add to your stash. And the only way you can get this is if you host a $300 party or $300 order all at one time. This is not cumulative. So you would get your Punch Party stamp set, you would get your invitation to my after party, and then of course you would get the host benefits, which are 12% of your party total. So that's a pretty cool special we got going on there. And then, of course, the other option is if you join my team during celebration, you're going to get an invitation to my after party as well. And I'll talk about that tomorrow because there are lots of perks to actually becoming a Movaless stamper. So let's go ahead, and lots of you guys are coming on. So real quick, I'm just going to remind you, January 4th, that's coming up real soon. Guys, that's Monday, last day to sign up for my Pretty Perennial class and my bingo event. I do have a few more spots, and this is what we are going to be using. So you can use something you have at your home, or if you're a demo, you can go ahead and purchase this, or you can add it on with your registration. This is brand new. It is not available just yet, but you can add on just the stamp set, which is what we'll be using in the class, or you can add on the bundle as well if you want to have all the goodies that go along with that. So we will be doing 6 games of bingo, and the prizes are fairly decent, guys. I haven't ordered them yet. I have to figure out my numbers, but every bingo prize should be over $30 value. So not just little items here or there. This is a big one. It's going to be a big one. Then, of course, we'll have 1 game of jackpot bingo at the very, very end. And that's going to be a big ticket item. Y'all are going to love it. I am so excited about this. I really cannot wait. So registration is open now. You can go ahead and join, and this is open for anybody. So it doesn't matter. It's totally virtual. It runs by Zoom. Don't be scared if you haven't done Zoom before, because we will do a dry run event and make sure that everybody understands how it works so that we log on the 23rd at 11 o'clock. We're good to go. The other thing I want to remind you is head over to my Stamp with Jody B Facebook group. So right now you guys are hanging out on my business page called Jody Brackbill Stampin' Queen, and we're going to do Stamp with Jody B group. So if you are not a member over there, head over there now, because I always showcase lots of Stampin' samples, and I do lots of giveaways, and I'm giving away our paper pumpkin. I told you I was going to post it yesterday, and I forgot we were having dinner. It was my dad's birthday, so we weren't home. So after this event, or after this live, later this afternoon, I have another event I have to go to. So look for this to come up, and it will tell you how you can go about winning this month's paper pumpkin. This is December's. Alrighty, so that's my Facebook group that you can join over there. All right, kids, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Let me clean up my mess. Because we're going to play a little bit with 2 stamp sets. These are celebration offerings we have at the level 1 or $50 purchase. We've got Heal Your Heart, which I absolutely love. I think this is a great sentiment set, and this was the first one that I grabbed. And then Corner Bouquet, which I saw and I was like, oh, it's pretty. But I'm not quite sure I have fallen in love with it yet. Well, sometimes I just have to get it, play with it, and then all of a sudden, you know, of course, I fall in love with it. So actually, you know what I told you guys yesterday? I told you I was going to give you a sneak peek of what I was playing in my studio. Let me show you that first before I go make this big old mess. So what I'm playing with yesterday is Valentine's. And I have this bundle right here called Always in My Heart. And let me flip this a little bit. Things are stuck. All right, there we go. This is the die set that goes with it. This is the coordinating stamp set. So I'm playing with this because this is actually going to be my virtual class to go for January. So I've been playing with some samples, which I absolutely have become smitten with. And what we are going to include in your January class is this paper, True Love Designer Series paper. And honestly, this paper goes with everything. It really doesn't necessarily have to be very Valentine-y. But one thing that I lack in my stamps is anniversary. That's the one thing that I like to make anniversary cards, and I just don't have. I have one little stamp that says Happy Anniversary, and it's very, very tiny. So I was really excited to see that this set has got some anniversary. So we've got anniversary, and we've got a center or an inside that can go with it. This could be for a wedding. This could be Valentine's Day. This could be for your partner. This is a great bundle. So the class to go is going to include a half a pack of this designer series paper. Let me tell you guys, you are going to love it, because all of these images, first of all, black and white is stunning. I am a sucker for black and white. Love it. I love black and white with a pop of color. So I love throwing in a little bit of red, a little bit of purple, a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of pink. And these images here, which they're very small, but on a 12 by 12, you get lots of images to color. So your blending brushes are going to work perfect for this. Sponge daubers, your Stampin' Blends. So the class includes half a pack of this designer series paper, a package of the new matte black dots, the Blushing Bride Glimmer Ribbon, and then you're going to get your make and takes. Now, I'm going to show you, where are they? This is a fun fold class, okay? Of course, you always get the PDF and probably a video tutorial on this one, because it is a fun fold class. And so let me show you the cards that I created using this. So of course, you can add on the Always in My Heart stamp set or the Always in My Heart bundle. You could definitely add them on to complete this class if you don't have it, or you can use something that you have at home, would work fine. You're going to get the products that you need. The only thing that's not done is the stamping, so you could use items you have at home. But I was so excited to have this happy anniversary card, and this, like I said, it's a fun fold class, so it is going to sit up a little bit, and there you can put that right on your desk for the person who, or share it, and the person who gets it can actually display that fun little card. And then you can write your sentiment in here. Of course, you can always write your sentiment in the back. So there's one fun fold. Then we have this one, and this is a double flapper. I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what I'm calling it. Oh, you're also going to get this foil. I forgot that we're including the foil, a quarter pack of the matching foil. And it is Rococo Rose, Blushing Bride, and Sahara Sand. It's very, very pretty. So you've got some nice shimmer with that card as well. Then our second card is this one. Look at that paper, guys. I took that designer series paper and I colored it with my Stampin' Blends, and then I added some Wink of Stella. And this one is going to create a little gift card or money holder, so you could put some money in there. So that's always good for my kids, because they don't want gifts anymore, and they're right now trying to be a little healthier, so they were like, don't send me candy, they just want money and cash. So I will put a little gift card in there for them for Valentine's Day. And then our final fun fold is this gorgeous one right here. So that is that Sahara Sand foil, and it just opens like this. So that is January's class to go. And like I said, you're going to get the ribbon, the matte black dots, half a pack of this designer paper, the make and takes, the PDF and the tutorial, and you can add on, oh, the foil paper. I keep forgetting that foil. You're going to get a quarter pack of that foil. Everything's going to be cut, prepped, and ready for you, but you can definitely add on the stamp set or add on the bundle if you don't already have it. This class is actually based on a class I did for my team. So I used the Peony Designer Series paper and our new little dragonfly, and so this is the same class that I did for them, and I just recreated it to make it Valentine-y. Okay, so that's always a perk of when you join my team. You get to come to our team events, and we do all kinds of cool projects. And so you can see how easily it would be to take the pieces and parts and just use an item that you have at home, or again, like I said, you can do an add-on. So there you go. That's my little sneaky peek for you guys. So now we're going to get stamping. And I have some fun stuff I want to show you. Because something that I don't do often is heat embossing. And it is so much fun to do heat embossing. I had my measurements. There we are, if you're following along and you guys want to try and make these cards at home. So I've got some thick Whisper White here. and I scored that, and I'm just going to fold that in half. I like this as my card base. Of course, our Thick Whisper White is no longer available, but we will be getting some new with our basic white when that becomes available. Then I've got a piece of Night of Navy, and I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy ink and the smaller of the corner bouquet. This ink pad, she looks a little dry, but that's all right. We're gonna use it anyway. And I'm just gonna do, is that how I want that one? Or do I want it this way? I'm gonna do it this way. So we're just gonna stamp that up in the corner, because you really don't, this is just a little tone on tone, a little bit in the background. And then I'm just gonna come down here and do the same thing. Now, maybe do I want it to go this way, or do I want it to go, I'm gonna come this way. All right, so while I have that navy out, and I don't know if I said 5 1/4 by 4, I have a little strip here. It's just some scrap Whisper White, and I'm gonna stamp my sentiment on there. And we're just gonna say the sorry for your loss. There we go. All right, so that's all I need for this. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. And I'm gonna bring in a piece of Seaside Spray, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. And we're gonna heat emboss that big sucker here on the end. So I've got my Versamark, and I'm just gonna ink that up, get it nice and covered. Probably shaking the table a little bit. Got a fuzz on there. And I'm just gonna stamp this right down here in the corner. Now that, like I said, that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, so I want it with long ways. I stamped that. So quickly before it dries, I'm gonna add my white embossing powder. Just cover that all up. If you haven't done heat embossing, it's a must. You definitely want to do that. It's what sold me on stamping. It is still one of the coolest things around there. So I just kind of flick off any of the extra, and you want to be careful that you don't touch that just yet, because it will kind of smear on you. So I'm gonna put my powder back so that I don't end up having a giant spill. And we'll set that aside. And I'm gonna get out my heat tool. All right, so now I'm just gonna run this across, and I am moving it a little bit just so that I don't burn anything, because this gets really, really hot. So you want to be careful. If your fingers start to feel hot, then you can stop. It's okay. You don't need to burn the skin off your fingers. And it just needs to get up to temperature, and then it will start to melt that powder. All right, there it's starting to melt. And I just want to make sure that I get all that image. I don't want those little guys on the side or in the middle. I want them all melted. So it should be shiny. That's how you know you kind of have it at the right temperature. Everything gets nice and shiny. So you do want to be careful, because like I said, this gets very, very hot. So you don't want to, I am careful laying it on a table because I don't want to burn or melt my table or any paper that it's under. So I tend to hold it. You can get a little clothespin if you have a small, I use hemostats actually, but not everybody has hemostats. So there we go. There is our beautiful image heat embossed. Be very careful when you lay this down. The little nozzle now has a protector on it, but that little metal piece in there is really hot. This thing is actually a heat stripper. That's what it is used for. And then people have made them smaller to use in crafting. So back in the day when I loved heat embossing, we used to do it with a match. And hold a match underneath. My sister, I think, used to do it over the stove, like light up a burner and hold it over there. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Don't do that. Definitely get yourself a heat tool. All right, so we're gonna take this piece now and we are gonna mat that onto a piece of Whisper White. And this one is cut 3 3/8 by 3 5/8. Now I used a good bit of adhesive because sometimes when you're heat embossing, it wants to curl your paper just a little bit. So you want to make sure that you're using a good bit of adhesive so that it doesn't want to curl up off your paper. So now I'm going to take a piece of our Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. This is cut 5 1/4 by 2, and I'm going to attach that to the corner of our Night of Navy. And I'm just going to let a little edge show of the blue. I think that looks nice. Alrighty. So now, before I attach that to our card base, I'm going to pull in some of this twine. You did it over the stove burner too. I know, Susie, that's so bad. Like we could have like set our houses on fire probably, but that was what we had, right? We used what we had. And embossing is such a fun technique. So I'm just going to pull a piece of this ribbon. Actually, let's do 2. This is metallic baker's twine. It's Misty Moonlight and white. And this actually comes in a pack of 3 that goes with the flowers for every season. So there are 3 of those when you purchase them in the catalog. So we'll go ahead and just tack that twine. That's going to run just along the edge here of our card. And I have it kind of twisted a little bit. There we go. It was a little bit too short. And I'm just tacking that around the back side. There we go. So then I'm going to put some adhesive over top of those little ends so they don't come popping off. And then we can attach this to our card base. All right, so now we're ready for this piece and some dimensionals. I'm getting down to the end here, guys. I might have to buy some more. Well, not buy some more. I just need to go get them off my shelf. But I use them till they're gone. That's for sure. So I'm just going to do each corner here. And then always in the middle for luck. And that'll just sit right there. There we go. Now let's do a little ribbon or a little bow here at the top. Right here. Do a little bow. And then we'll add our sentiment. And that's just a pretty little card. You can have the sentiment be anything that suits you. I just really like this Heal Your Heart stamp set. I think that's a great addition to our stash. So then we've just got to run this little sentiment across right here. And there we go. Very, very simple card. Alrighty, well, I guess I shouldn't say really simple. This is the other one I created, and I just notched that edge a little tiny bit. Because you've got that heat embossing, but they're just stunning. Anytime you do heat embossing, it's very, very cool. Alrighty, so now I have something else I want to show you real quick. Some samples I created, and I need you. So let's clean you up a little bit here. I was just going to show you samples I made, and then I did this one, and I'm like, ooh, this needs to be a video. So we'll do this on live today. Well, I've got my cleaner. Alrighty, so here are some other samples I did with that stamp set. This one I just used the We're in This Together and just pulled out those little paper blooms, that designer series paper that's free during celebration. Made a super, super quick little card. Pulled in the flowers and field with our new butterflies. I showcased those a little bit earlier in another video, and we'll be playing with those later. So that is the Wish I Could Heal Your Heart with that pretty designer series paper. Then I've got this one, same designer series paper. Did that one. Thank you. This was maybe, did I do a movie Monday? I did a video on this one. I'm just not sure where. This is using that brand new designer series paper that you can get during the Join special during celebration, and the Floating and Fluttering stamps, and then of course the Heal Your Heart. And then here is a real simple thank you card from that same Heal Your Heart as well. And that's another one of the ribbons that's in that triple pack. So we have that one. Then I did this one, and I just was like, wow, that's really cool. So let me show you, not the whole thing, but just the gist of how I created this one. All right, so for this one, we need our ombre designer series paper, and we need do I have black? Let me see. I don't think I do. There it is. We need our Memento Black and our Stamparatus. So if you guys do not have a Stamparatus, you need to get yourself one because it is amazing. So it comes on the back. There are 2 magnets, and the magnets are what holds your paper in place while you are working with it. I highly suggest, I don't suggest, I am telling you that you want to make sure when you pull these magnets off, you can see that I put a little bit of painter tape around them just so that I had something to hold on to. They are incredibly strong and they want to go together. So I've done a video about this on my tips and tricks for the Stamparatus. I call them the Randy teenagers. You do not want them getting together. Like I'm right here and I can feel that they want to pull together. And because they're so strong, they can slap together real quick and they can break. So I have these so that I can pull them off of the back and I have something to hold on to. And I'm going to put them on to my bottom plate, which is magnetic as well. So you could hear that it goes on there. So there's where, see how I got that tape on there? That helps me pick them up. So get into the habit, friends, when you're using your Stamparatus, take your magnets from the back and go straight to the front. Do not lay them on the table anywhere. I've had them slam over and head into my Big Shot machine. I've had them jump over to try to get onto a chair. They are going to try to get onto anything. Also be very careful if you have your phone, your laptop, your computer around any magnets. We do sell replacements, so if yours happen to break, it's okay. But I just kind of reinforce mine with that tape. It really, really does help. So now what I'm going to do is take this smaller corner and I'm going to just put it right down here, and I'm laying that on my paper. So what I did while I was talking is I used the Stampin' Up! As my guide. So right there in that corner, I just put my paper and just lined it up with the grid. Then I lay my stamp where I want it, and I close my plate. So I'm going to take my Memento Black and ink it up. Let me slide a little bit. Okay, so then all I need to do is just close it and just put a little bit of pressure here, like this is my block now, right? Now, the one thing I will say is it's a little bit light. Memento is like that. It's just a little bit light, and so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna add another layer of that black. And because I've got it, it's in the exact same place. It hasn't moved. I don't have to worry. It will line up perfectly. So now it's just a little bit darker in color. So now I'm going to slide these guys off. I leave them on the plate. I don't take them off, and I'm going to flip this over and line this corner up right with my Stampin' Up! And do the same thing in that corner. This is also nice if you don't have a bunch of blocks. You can just use your Stamparatus plate, because there's another plate that goes in up here, and then these plates will come out. So you've actually got 4 different sides, right? So this plate would come out. You could put another stamp on this side, flip it, and go back in again. Same with the top there. So you have lots and lots of options. So I'm going to do this one again just so it comes out a little bit darker. This is great if you are mass producing cards. All right, so now I take these off. I'm very careful. I am holding them in the same hand, but I'm being very careful that I didn't let them slap together. And then I'm going to put them back where they belong. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is bring in my Big Boss. And I have to use him instead of Baby Boss because of the size of my paper. So we're going to take that piece, and I'm going to use, did I use the biggest one? Let me look here. The Stitched So Sweetly dies. Yep. And I'm going to die cut the center of that piece of paper. So I get it nice and lined up. If it's moving around on me, I can throw my magnetic plate that I have. I'm using the magnetic plate from Sizzix because ours we don't carry anymore. It was having some issues. Or you could throw a piece of washi tape on there. Oh, so sorry, guys. I run out of room. I've got so many things on here. I'm knocking stuff off everywhere. All right, there we go. So now we've got these 2 pieces. Oh, you just got yours, Melissa. Awesome. So I do have a complete video on YouTube, I think called Tips and Tricks. And I'll see if I can find it. It has some information on things you can do with it and special instructions. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is we've got this piece, and I didn't bring the rest to finish this card, but this is going to go on your card front, okay? Then what you're going to do is take the piece that came out of the middle, and you are going to flip it. And I can go ahead and stamp right here in the inside. There we go. So now this piece will get matted onto my card base. Then with dimensionals, I put this on so it was raised up a little bit, and that's how I ended up with that card. Now I did punch that out, did it a little bit differently, but on this one we talked about the simplicity of simple cards. And so you could totally just do just like that and have a very simple card to send out. So there you go, guys. There is my 2 cards I created using Heal Your Heart and our corner bouquet that are from Celebration Offering. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'll be right back here again tomorrow at 10 a.m. To show you some other fun things that I have coming up in the new catalog. So have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow at 10.